blip, eh?
Right. I believe we are now back. Apologies. I think my internet decided that it had enough.
Yeah, it was weird that was, wasn't it? Because it felt like it was me or Discord, like you say, and then if you had internet issues, then it must have been your end. I don't know.
I don't know. It just all just dropped. It all just dropped out.
Yeah.
Like, because I was streaming on my own for about 2 minutes, and then it decided to obviously work again. Right.
Thanks for sticking around, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for waiting for the technical issues. So everybody must have caught, I think, news-wise, me ranting about the VGC article and how the quota's a load of bollocks. James, do you want to take on the rest of the news while I get us started in game?
What news do you want me to do? Like,
if there is any, of course.
I haven't particularly got anything other than that, apart from repeating what we did the other day. Obviously the anime's finished now, but they are rerunning it. If you're in the US, they're still rerunning it on, or that might does that start instantly this Sunday, or is there a
14th of May it starts.
14th of May. Okay, so if you want to rewatch Shenmue the anime, go do that. On Adult Swim or whatever. I think it's about 3 in the morning. So you have to... yeah, if you're desperate for a season 2, that's what we're doing today, aren't we? Or and every 4th going 4th.
Yep.
Shenmue. Hashtag Shenmue Anime 2. And we'll try and get a season 2.
See how we go.
Should be quite likely, right? Because, like I say, we've trended every week, and Jason Walker says it's done well. So, you know, if it's done well, why wouldn't you?
Hope my controller worked. Way. There we go. Now, Jason DeMarco, you know, said he wants to do it. He put that tweet out. I think, you know, it's a rallying cry for me. Why else would they put that out?
Yeah. That's true, Richard.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I'm going to play it all the way through. Episode 13.
So this is the, basically episode 13, and then you don't fight Wendy. And we'll actually see the smoke and mirrors thing. Which would be cool.
Game audio alright, guys, not too loud. This scene's fucking amazing.
By the way, with Richard in the chat, I'll mention that Rio X song that he's put today.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Quality. Richard, I think it said the arrangement right, Richard. I thought when I was listening to it first time, I thought you did the piano. Because I was about to tweet like, bloody hell, you should do more with Richard on the piano and stuff. And then when I noticed it said you'd done the arrangement or whatever, and some other guy had done the piano. The piano in that track worked so well, I thought.
Hey Sliver, how's it going? Hey Gam Sliver as well. How's it going, man? Hey Mo, over from Japan. Welcome, good to see you.
Oh, nice. How you doing? That's Naomi. You okay?
Ah.
Tuning in. It's a bit bloody. Is it not quite early in the morning?
It must be early morning.
Nice to see you there. That's cool. So yeah, I was going to mention this, Matt, the Sega Power magazine.
Yeah.
So this is like finally arrived. I don't know if anyone in the chat's got this yet. Comes with a nice Ryo Hazuki postcard. And pretty epic Shenmue piece, actually. Like when they first asked us about this, I wasn't expecting it to be so...
It's really in depth, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It was like a bit of a talk about the game. And that's how it impacted the industry, I guess. Some quotes in the middle there. Loads of nice screenshots. They show a new figure. Then this is a bit like me and Matt did this together, like the Shenmue facts that you well, basically, what would you call them? Not newbies, like regulars. What's that word?
Newcomers.
Like, yeah, perhaps newcomers might not be aware of. And then there's a bit on Shenmue World Issue 2 there, which is pretty cool to see. A few photos I sent him. Got the one of Yu Suzuki holding the Shenmue World Issue 1. That's me in Debuite. I was doing like it's funny actually, as sick as that shot looks,
To the follow.
it looks like I'm a mad martial artist there doing a kick. That was in like the what I assume the mod built the car park of, like the parking lot where Rio goes to train on Debuite Street. And I just did a really shit kick. And for some reason, my wife was taking a photo and she took it perfect. Like that was where it stopped. That's about as high as my leg got. And there's me Landy bust. There's me on the Great Wall of China. And there's Matt with his arm around Yu Suzuki.
Meeting the man himself. That was at Monaco, that was.
Yeah, and some nice information to go alongside that as well. And then a little bit later in the magazine, they've got like a review of the game. It's just so much Shenmue stuff in here, it's really good. I don't think it's too badly priced right now. I think it's about £8 shipped.
Yeah, £8 all in.
Magazine. To be honest, it's like a unofficial Sega magazine or a gaming magazine. I don't know. Would you say it's unofficial or not anymore? Because
It is by name, but I think Sega just let them do it. Sort of thing. I'm trying to swallow
if you
that.
think about like other magazines and stuff like Retro Gamer or whatever, you wouldn't call them an unofficial magazine, would you? Because I guess it depends how long you've been on the shelf for. Maybe, I don't know. But in my eyes, that's like an actual something you could buy off a shelf. That quality. So go and grab that, guys. So Dean in the chat there, I don't know if that's Dean who did the magazine. Forgot what his surname was actually.
There we go.
Yeah, let me get a link for that actually. I did have a link earlier. Hey Frankie, you're okay?
Yeah, absolutely,
You haven't
Dean.
missed too much.
No, Frankie, you haven't. We had a technical meltdown. So you're alright. We're playing through episode 13 of the anime in Shenmue 2, so you haven't missed much.
Just catch up on the chat here because I missed a couple of people. Richard says, choose one. It was a combination of Rio X, me, and Husky, and the pianist is called Let's. She's awesome. Okay, that's amazing. I was getting a link for that. That was the other thing I was doing. So Rio X. I will link actually the YouTube version of that. So I suppose we did have news, Matt. I just completely forgot.
It's alright.
Unity news. Where's...
Man, this scene still rocks even now. And the anime did such a good job at replicating this. Every day that 110 hasn't confirmed Shenmue 4 is a day filled with pain. Well, I'll flip that and go, do you know what? We waited 15 bloody years for a Shenmue 3 announcement. I think we can probably display a little bit of patience. You know, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes or anything of the sort. I think I said this on our podcast, James. They made a rod for their own back if it isn't Shenmue related at least, haven't they?
Pretty much, mate. It's got to be. It's got to be. The teases, the tweets, the likes, sort of like embracing the Shenmue community.
Yeah,
I think it's got to be. That was interesting. Did you read that out? That Gamslav Opal Gamsal says, I have a theory the tree in the Hazuki garden is from a seed or branch from the Shenmue tree. That's why the mirror was under the tree, and his father got it when he was in Guilin. That's why Ryo sees him in his vision with the tree. Very interesting.
I mean, we have talked about the trees being linked. Hey, Lord Tensei, how you doing?
Yeah, I never thought about like a seed from the Shenmue tree being planted somewhere else. That's quite cool. Save powered I was doing next. Let me grab you that.
We're all good. You timed it well. You missed all the technical shit we had before my internet breaking. You did, unfortunately.
Save powered issue 3.
What
did I get rid of that?
運命とは何ともむいのだ。教えてください。蘭
Here
亭
we
はなぜ
go.
親父を
Smoke and mirror scene.
Which was
君と
retconned.
同じだ。
God, you did that quite fast, Matt. 'Cause I was just showing off that Sega Power thing, and then I come back and you've
I mean,
don't
蘭亭
you?
は父である超
I
尊名の
started at literally the
仇を
last
討っ
bit.
たの
So
だ。
the QT up the stairs was the first bit I did.
Yeah.
超尊名を覚えているな。超尊名。
Crazy how the anime makes you
その名は
rethink the games a lot. Yeah, that's true.
蘭亭の本当の名は
I
超
mean, it makes you
隆尊。
think, to
超
me, like,
尊
where
名
they've
の
had
息子
the
な
new
のだ。
takes on stuff from. Is it from something that
蘭亭
was
は
could have been
君の
intended for the
父
games?
葉
Like,
月
is it
巌が
actual canon?
超尊名を殺したと信じていた。
Who knows?
嘘だ。
But I don't mind a lot of the
そんな
extra
ことを
stuff.
するわけが。
Most of it's been pretty good.
私もそう信じたい。だが、事の
Yeah,
真相
Frankie, I know what you
は
mean.
この私も知
I
ら
mean,
ぬ
you。could see my disappointment on
そんな。
Sunday, how much they cut,
た
but I did go
だ、
back and
超
watch it
尊名
again
が死に、
in English,
彼が
knowing
持っ
what was
てい
going to
た
happen.
鏡を岩尾君が
And
日本
it's
に持
not
ち帰
as
ったこ
bad
とは
as I
事実
first
だ。
thought it was. At the time, I felt like
鏡
it was all over the place. It was like, but it did actually, it was
尊
actually
名は
planned out
私の親友だった。
in a way that
生
worked
きておれば
in the
歴
show. I
史に名
thought
を
actually
残
watching
す
it a
憲
second
法
time
家
just
とな
would
っ
have
て
been
いた
nice
だ
to
ろ
have,
う。
for it not to
親
have
父
been
がこの
summed up in
鏡を。
4 minutes. But can you turn down the game, Matt?
おお、
Is that okay?
これは間違いない。かつて超
There you
尊名が持っていたものだ。
Should be a bit better.
もう一枚の琉球は
I can go
That's
down
what
a
time
bit.
is that?
I can go down a bit more if needs be.
そうか。
Cool, cool, cool.
Lovely.
Naomi says, I love Shenmue so much. You're in the right place.
この法王教と琉球は一対で鍵となるのだ。
I think Shenmue 4 will happen. I'm pretty sure of that. I think
Yeah.
you look at where we are with the anime now, it's been, let's be honest, it's been really successful. Adult Swim have noted that. It trended every week on Twitter. Now is the time. Now is the time to strike while the iron is hot and take advantage of it, because Shenmue's hot again. And despite what some people will have you believe around what's going on, I think we're in a very good position.
すまぬが、明かりを消してろうそくをつけて
It depends what happens in the season 2, Frankie. Like, if it could all work out quite nicely if in the season 2 they do some of the stuff that they missed a little bit, maybe flashbacks or, you know, rejig the scene around so they do it somewhere else, and then they can incorporate stuff like that as well. Otherwise, you know, your Shenmue 3 aspect of the anime, at the pace they've been going with like 1 and 2, it probably would only take them like 2 episodes to do, wouldn't it, really?
Hey Renner's Man, by the way, how's it going? I think with Shenmue 3 though, they can really sort of go to town and fill in those gaps that we missed. Because I'm sure there's
Was Sang in the anime in this scene?
Yes.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He was at the back of it, he was in the room.
琉球の映し出す光と重ねることで初めて解き明かされるのだ。
Do you know Ryo was actually mentioned in Yakuza 3 as an Easter egg?
一つだけ
Possibly. I can't think what it is now, though.
ケ
It rings a bell.
行くことだ。
ケーリンだと？
超尊名と岩尾君が若かりし頃、共に修行に励んだ地がそこにある。
親父が
Find someone who loves you as much as Ren loves his treasure. Ha!
この鏡の原石である塔が緑石の唯一の
What was the Easter egg, by the way?
そこには鏡を作った者
Who's
の
this?
子孫
Yeah,
が残って
Frankie, I agree. That Reddit thread is a load of crap.
何かわかるはずだ
I threw the translation in there and just left it. Whether people want to read it or not, it's up to them. But
でもそこへ向かった
we just
What do you mean, Terry? Like carrying Rio in the anime?
経理に
using her
house.
mind powers and just carried him.
Yeah, I suppose she could. She could lift him up like a dandelion and.
Just do that.
Ooh, the biggest thing I want to know is what this treasure's supposed to be. It's true.
Hey,
Could be
Silver.
like one of a few things, really, if you believe in like the mythological Master Chenny stuff. It's going to be a chi monster thing, innit? It's not actually a treasure. It's going to be like a bad thing, possibly, which is why it's locked away. Could be.
あんまり無茶すんじゃないよ。
本当に世話になったありがとう
Could be. I know what you mean. There's been a lot of theories over the years, aren't there? Like that little elixir of eternal youth
コインか
in the Hazuki basement. I know. When we had not a lot to go off of,
表
we were coming up with loads of theories on
こ
just
ちら
like
両方とも
little,
裏
probably insignificant things like that. But you know,
連のや
if
つ
you think of it contextually, like all that stuff in the basement is from China, isn't it? Wow's personal belongings he picked up from China, so it could be a hint, it could be a
それじゃあお
clue
兄ちゃん
about something. It's a good point. Season 2 would make me more excited than Season 1 just because they have so much freedom and the pace would be more ideal.
Hopefully they get a bigger budget. That's the biggest thing. 'Cause I think 13 episodes. It was. I don't know what the anime budget was, but people have been saying it's been done fairly inexpensively for anime. I mean, I have no idea. I'm not an anime expert, but you could see towards the end they were using sort of a lot of reframed shots. They were using clever effects to sort of cover things up, weren't they? So
Yeah. Spent half the budget on the roof scene.
well, the roof scene was excellent. It was absolutely top notch.
Yeah.
So I have
Worth
no
every penny.
yeah. So I hopefully now it's proved it's popular, you know, and there's an audience for it. I'm hoping that you can get a bigger budget for it, so they can improve on what they've done. I mean, I don't know how many episodes you want in a second season. Covering, because just say it was just Shenmue 3. How many episodes would you want?
また会えるよ。
Cover Shenmue 3 and the anime. I think it'd have to probably at least 5, right? Same as like kind of how they did the Shenmue 1 portion.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Because at the end of the day, you've got 2 big locations. I know there isn't
経理
too many story details within the game, but they can flesh things out. They can incorporate some
Nikolai.
other things like the land, Simming and Meow Sun stuff. Could be pretty cool.
I'm going to throw this out there
来た
then.
ぜ
What
4 in
about
Bailu, 4
what
in
about
Meowu.
4 Bailu, 4 Niawu, and what about 4 Baisha? They bring Baisha into it.
So a 12 episode season. Season 2.
Because that'd be quality
Could
if they
do,
brought
but
Baisha
then
back.
are they keeping Baisha out of the games though? And it's
Wow.
just an anime form, or would that?
Oh, I forgot I did. I've got the.
周英
Oh, mate, this is cool.
I forgot I've got the save here for this. Yeah,
So you have got the birthday stuff. Is this that birthday scene? No.
it's the ending bit, isn't it? Like where she comes in and. This sort of stuff was crazy though back in the day.
This, mate, you need to
I need to actually
do
record
this,
it properly
do this again and record it again. And then we've got like a nice HD one for the.
for the page. Yeah.
Because this is another hard scene to find on YouTube in this quality.
ファンメ
Yeah.
元気だったか
So she's got the brooch.
ファンメ
So how'd you get the one where she says I love you to him in the room? In Shuing's room?
また
I remember.
会いに来てくれました。
あ
あ
Does anyone know where you get that one?
あどうした
あ。
Or is that when you give it to her the first time?
Hey,
The birthday
Sonic
present?
Shenmue.
約束
ああ、ひどい。
No, it can't be, because I feel like when you give her the brooch, she's a bit surprised because that isn't what she wanted. So there's like another scene where she like
だから大丈
says she loves him.
夫もう大丈夫
Is it?
シェンさんなら文武病にいます
Is it where he leaves for Kowloon?
さよならりょうさん
Or am I making that up? I'd have to have a look through my saves.
So you give her the birthday present, and then just before you leave to Kowloon, there's an extra scene, and then there's an extra scene here before you get to Guilin. Could be.
Hey, Peter Wilson, man, how's it going? What's the score in the
God, it's
football for
crazy.
anybody who's watching it?
Crazy that these all these scenes in there, don't they?
It's mental that they did all this stuff. 0-0. Okay.
It's like the average player isn't going to see any of this, are they? Which.
And Fang Mei's birthday event and all this stuff around it is a right bugger to get.
I wonder what the percentage of people that have actually played and seen these scenes.
I don't know.
Bet it's small, like 1% or even less. Do you think?
See, this is that sort of scene's a thing you could have got a trophy for. Like if they'd
Yeah,
made the trophies
definitely.
harder.
They should have done. They probably didn't even know it was a thing. It's that rare. Are you up, Peter?
I'll have to go through my saves because I've got a bunch of sort of saves knocking around from messing around. But I wonder if I can do get the Fang Mei birthday stuff recorded, because it shouldn't. If I've got the saves nearby, I can do it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Because it is difficult to do.
Anyone? UK?
No, not yet, Peter.
Mine is somewhere. I don't know where. It's due on May the 11th. Mine.
It's got to be somewhere. May 11th. I bet it's got to become quicker than that, right? If Peter's is near London, I'm sure they would have all got sent
Peter,
on the same day, right?
Did you pay for faster shipping or anything, man?
Hands up if you found the duck races. Get your hand up, Matt. Yeah, the camera work's insane, isn't it? The first two games.
It's not
Still
bad.
blows me away.
It's not bad in the third game, really. Some of the set pieces in the third game are well put together, and the cameras are really good. Like where it sweeps around Rio doing martial arts at the end of Bailu Village, and it sweeps the camera up to the moon before they hit Niaoyu. That's really cool.
最後の技は
More secret scenes in Shenmue 2 or Shenmue 1. I'd say Shenmue 2, if I'm being honest.
八極拳八大将の一つ連合三天守
There's a lot more you can miss in Shenmue 2.
三天
Yeah, definitely.
Like even simple things like the Joy stopping that bloke from harassing Rio with the photos. And another hard scene to get is the Fang Mei
それに献血が書かれているわ
next to the library.
Yep, that's optional.
受け取りたまえ
You also have
You don't get
things
that
like the
very
tape. If you wind it all the way over past the clue, you hear Joy and Guizhang talking.
Yeah. There's a lot of hidden, well, I say hidden, but you don't have to see them. Chawan sign cutscenes. I think there's even a bonus scene if you keep doing up the books perfect for 3 days in a row or something. I think you get an extra scene with that Han Hui dude.
はい
You do, yeah.
ラ
You
ンケは
get
経
the
理に向かった
you get the Chinese
ケイリン
punch, don't you? The name I can't remember.
Yeah, well, he gives you all the moves from the martial arts shop just down the road. Is it Guang? Not Guang Martial Arts. That's the thingy. You know what I mean? The
Wise Man's
The
Kung
one
Fu, isn't it? You can get
yeah,
gives you
Wise
one-
Man's Kung Fu.
gives you one of the
So
scrolls.
you don't have to buy the moves. As long as you do the books perfect every day, you'll get all those moves without actually buying them.
主演 これ
Yeah,
見
there's
て
just
ごらん
there's loads. There's the split when you're gonna find Yuan. We've spoke about in the past. If you go to the Moonchild building or you can go to the Thousand White
いい
building.
から手を出しな
There's a load of missable scenes with Wong. Like if you just do the QT at the start perfect,
Yeah,
you
like
don't
if
have
you,
to see all the other stuff.
no, there's 3 or 4. It's about 3, isn't there? Because you can fight Sam and Larry in the cafe. If you beat them, there's
Yeah.
one scene. If you lose, there's another.
Yeah. And then you've
This
got
is the goodbye scene, yeah.
getting the Wong photo from the fishing shop as well.
Like recording the cutscenes for Shenmue 2 for the website's gonna be a lot harder than doing Shenmue 1.
Just keeping track of everything that you can get.
It's mental,
I
innit?
think it'd be a case of just uploading as much as you can, and then we'll go through them and see if we can think like, oh, you haven't got the scene, and then we'll go off and record it, whatever.
I will do it. I need
Or follow the primer guide. I think the primer guide does have all the extra scenes.
and I do have a copy of the primer guide. Bloody good guide, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, the photo thing is optional, Frankie. Like if you just don't walk past. I think it's the front of the kind of near Pigeon
Yeah,
Park.
if you walk round the back towards the sea bit, you'll miss it.
And you've got the Dalin thing, the brawling uppercut. That's
Yeah,
quite hard to get.
the standard brawling uppercut and the one where he falls in the sea.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. See ya, Tensei. Have a good day, man.
That's the thing. You get stuck in your ways, don't you, Frankie? Just doing the same, point A to point B stuff.
This would be quite good for us, like because it will force us to play the games in different ways.
Yep.
To get to those points. Now we're going to head to Guilin now. What I would end up doing, I'll get us to the cave in Guilin, do all the stuff there, and then probably do a save skip, depending on the time, to Shenfar's house. It will miss the Shenmue tree stuff, because I don't think I've got a save there.
Right.
And then we'll do the house stuff in the cave.
Yeah. Would have been nice, but that's another one that it's hard to get. The one where Shenfar goes in for the kiss as well. I've been on about like last week and whatever. That's always tricky to find. I wouldn't know how to get that. I'd either just have to stumble across it, and then there's the other one where she says, "Do you want to go look at this or not?" And it's like a big waterfall thing. Obviously, if you say no, you don't see that. There's another one. I think the dandelion one is missable, right? If you don't go the right way.
Yeah.
The one, or this might be the same one as the kiss, but picking the herbs for a father. Is that the same scene? And then, like Terry says, the duck race stuff. Obviously, Izumi and Eileen fight.
The music's pissing around a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
The
Glitchy,
the game's
glitchy.
fine. I need to probably reinstall the mod. I'll do it later. It's a shame because the music's really cool here.
My birthday's hard if you carry over your saint from Shenmue 1 because you usually aren't near her birthday.
Yeah, you have to sort of
It's true.
artificially move yourself that way now because obviously we know the games.
Yeah, there is a day skip, isn't there, in Shenmue 2, I feel like. I forgot how you do it. Is it when you're breaking into the Banmo Temple? If you keep doing the other option, I think he says, I'll come back tomorrow or something.
There's also the barbershop one, that skips some time. Or you can use Cheat Engine and just change the dates.
I'm sure there was one that did the day, though, like the full day.
Yeah, it does. If you start without Shenmue 1 save, it is far later in. Well, I think
only like 4 or 5 days away, so you have to like really get
you have to get your
pace
moves on,
on,
don't you?
What did Anadil say?
I think initially with Shenmue 1, people would have done just naturally, like spent more time there because you'd have been exploring, you've been looking around. And naturally, I think that carries over to Shenmue 2 in some respects because it's bigger, you get lost, all the rest of it. So
yeah, I reckon Yu Suzuki thought that people would spend a lot more time. Do you know what I mean? Game wise, you could fly through Shenmue 1, really, can't you? You can get there before Christmas, I think. You can complete the game before Christmas,
you can.
can't
You can smash through it before Christmas. Right, so I'm going to sort of hammer through this bit a little bit because we want to meet Shenfa. But yeah, it is hard to get Fang Mei's birthday. And actually, you can miss scenes in Shenmue 1 with Nozomi quite easily. Like at Christmas and all the rest of it.
I wonder if anyone, well, Yu Suzuki or anyone has got like a date timeline set in place. Like Shenmue 2, obviously, if you start that, it starts in, is it February or whatever? Did you say Shenmue 3, if you start that from like
it's in
March or something?
Yeah, it's in March.
So I mean, obviously they've kind of got to keep track of the month and stuff for continuity, but I wonder if they have got like a set thing, so like it ends in, it's been a full year perhaps, like it's winter again, or they've got something that they're intending to show, because obviously they've timed it quite nicely in Shenmue 3. It's the cherry blossom season, so the Shenmue tree's out, you sort of like end of March, early April sort of time period is like your cherry blossom season, so that's spring. And then there's going to be a summer period.
There we go, March 21st, 1987, Shenmue 3 begins. I read someone put on the forums a magazine cutting. Apparently the Shenmue saga was originally going to last up to 3 years or something.
Yeah, that was in a magazine, wasn't it, that? So I don't know where they had the information from. If they interviewed him or whatever.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I think we will get a time skip, Frankie. I'd be very surprised if we didn't. Because Rio's not going to get anywhere near Landy without one. In my opinion, anyway. Yeah, you could spend a year training.
Later.
I reckon Rio will get somebody killed. Think about it. He's got away with it every single time. Like, his actions haven't really carried consequence.
They expected people to finish one after December the 25th.
Hey, Spark the Medal, man.
That's true.
How's it going?
Get the action Nozomi scene, and I think like with the kimono, people on the 1st of January as well, I think they expected everyone to see that sort of stuff, and that's like a lot of people don't know about that. Except Wild Blade doesn't count.
I don't know why they changed it, actually. It's a good point. Because it's a goat in the anime. It's a deer here.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day, yeah. Because that was the whole point of why it's called Violet Village, isn't it?
White
Because
Deer Village, yeah.
It's white, yeah, so... Again, is it a continuity thing? Was that the animation team, they just assumed it was a goat?
Oh, the January 1st one's the guys wearing, the women wearing the kimonos to celebrate New Year. It's not a cutscene per se, but it's like a hidden, I say hidden because we all know about it, but
yeah.
It's a...
Yeah, there's a lot of people that would never ever get to January the 1st naturally.
Hey Morris HD for the follow, thank you.
You kind of have to base skip a bit, don't you, to guarantee that you're going to see that in your playthrough. Unless you mess about a lot. Okay.
Yeah, it's worth doing. Like, if you want to
get a link, I'll get a link for that.
Because in game
so
you can just
keep
keep failing the warehouse number 8 stuff when you're trying to sneak in. It just rolls the days on, so you can get closer quite easy then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some tapes are limited at a time period as well. Sean, quite right.
Yeah, have a look at that link there. I've just put in the chat there, Spark. That'll show you what we're talking about. So on like the 1st of January, all the Buita Street and stuff changes. There's like new signs up. They've put some cherry blossom sort of ornaments up, signs, rabbit, because it's the year of the rabbit as well.
Yeah.
So that's another interesting thing. Like when the game starts in 1986, that's the year of the tiger, which is pretty cool.
Rices, thank you, man. glad you're here. Are all the efforts worth it when people drop in, say hello, and just join in with us? It's all good fun. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play this scene, and then I'm going to get my save and skip to our house.
Okay, come on.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not going to animate it. We want the cave.
あの子あの子は
See, so they kind of just get washed up, don't they? No one saves either of them. Like,
No, whereas like
Rio technically saves her, but they do end up.
that's interesting,
Ooh, that's
Frankie.
interesting, Frankie.
Didn't know that.
あなたが助けてくれたの
Wouldn't surprise me, like Yu Suzuki's picked this specific date because it starts Year of the Tiger. It's Ryo's birthday when Iwao dies.
助けなくちゃいけないと思っただ
Bet
け
there's a game plan like that.
それに
What's the one after the
白い人は
dragon?
私の村の守り神
If it was supposed to be like a 3-year thing, is all I'm
Phoenix.
白い鹿が
I don't know.
thinking. I don't think there was a year.
I don't think
Phoenix,
there
is
is in fairness.
鹿
Snake. Okay.
村
Snake
ハッカ
tortoise.
ソン私の村
Horse. Yeah, that's going too far now.
どこにある
この川を登った先にある
I was born in the year of the rabbit.
案内する私シェンファあなたは
I'll go to the cave, do the cave stuff
Hazuki,
with her singing, etc. Then I'll skip to the house.
ついてきて
So how long does that take to get to the cave? About half an hour, do you reckon?
Yeah, it won't take you too long, mate. I mean, you've only been playing for about 45 minutes, and you've done the whole end of Kowloon thing, and
あ
you're
な
up
た
to
は
here
どこ
already.
から来たの
So
俺
you're
か
亮は
smashing it
こ
really,
の
man.
国の人じゃな
I
いで
do
しょ
like the conversations they have here.
俺は
Like,
日本から来た
I know this doesn't translate well to anime with the episode they had left, but if they did all of this
日本は
in the new
Just a
season,
thought then, Matt.
小さい国だ
遠いの
If
え
if you want to skip,
ああ
right,
遠いな
instead of
外国だから
talking to her now, I mean, it's nice, but obviously we're talking over the talk.
なんでもない
Why don't you just keep doing the hurry on options?
yeah, okay,
亮
Maybe.
speed us through.
And then you'll see the Shenmue tree scene
ハッカソ
then.
ン
うん
そうか
It shouldn't take us too long, I don't think, if you keep doing the hurry on
家
stuff.
族も
うん
そう
We
か
may even stumble across
シェンファー
that
何
scene. Possibly.
最近
There's an option where she says, shall we take the left path or the right path as well? That's a hidden scene. I'd never remember.
綺麗でしょ
Does anyone know in the
こ
chat?
の季節にどの木もい
金木犀か
そう
It should take
This is
two.
unofficially episode 14.
そうだたくさん
Sort of.
行きましょう
If I wasn't trying to get to the end, I wouldn't rush this as much. I'd sort of sit and listen to the conversations.
Yeah.
Some of them are really
Yeah,
cool.
definitely. Smart. So much so, mate. When I was a kid playing this, I used to have a little mini notebook,
花
and I used to write down all the facts she was saying. So, like, don't put your hands too close to the grass or whatever because of snake eyes or
Snakes,
whatever.
yeah.
そうなのかシェンファー
When the wind changes this way and this sort of stuff, it's going to be rainy or whatever she'd be on about. I used to write all these little facts down
Left is the extra
because it was
scene.
so interesting. Left is the F13, nice one.
If they do all of this sort of stuff and chat in season 2, I'm okay with it because I think they can fill
Yeah.
out the relationship
気をつけ
nicely.
て
Yeah, I mean, you could see them walking around chatting, and they could go to like the village square and have
気
a
をつけ
chat
て
about some of these things that they've chatted about on the walk.
Yeah, all of that sort of
I
stuff.
don't think. Do you think they can get anything to like the dandelion floaty thing? How, they can't really do that anymore, can they at all?
They could do because
Or just-
there could be they could go off somewhere in a different place, couldn't they, and do it there.
Yeah.
足元に気をつけて
What was that, Terry? Uphill, downhill, and up again. What's
Oh,
that?
the journey, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay. Does it actually change the number of days? Was that like skipping forward the hurry on stuff? Yeah, it's just
It's just
forces the time forward a bit.
Just standard 2 days,
足
isn't it?
元に気をつけて
I'm not because we still don't have the context of why Shenmue and Rio meet in the first place. Why they meet?
I suppose they meet because of the goat, don't they? That's sort of why they meet. It's the stuff around it. I think that's the biggest issue for a lot of people. Because her meeting Rio is the exact same way it's happened in the games. But yeah, it's their relationship, I think, is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But then I suppose they could do it.
I saw someone saying it was weird that she's only just, like, she's literally just met him, fished him out of the river or whatever, and she's let him stay in at her house and all that sort of stuff.
That was weird, because...
Mono.
Yeah, it is a deer in here. It will always be a deer.
Why she drags his unconscious body. There's also, like, not really a hidden scene, but if you don't do these QTEs, you kind of get a scene where it goes dark and starts raining dead heavy, doesn't it? And they say, we'll never make it or something.
Yeah.
And then you hear the wolves. It's basically like a game over.
It's funny, like, all this sort of hidden stuff, it must take hours to find it all. Because you're never going to find it all in one playthrough.
No, well, you can't. Well, I assume you can't. I don't think you can do a perfect playthrough where you get every single scene, right?
I'm going to play this scene because I love this scene.
こんなところに泉が。
ええ、旅人も動物たちもみんなここで渇きを癒すの。
ホタルか。
It's just one of those, with it being an adaptation, a TV sort of thing, they can get away with it, can't they? Just have a transition and no one questions it.
必ずホタルがいるの。
綺麗だな。
Yeah, see, this is the kind of thing I would have liked.
まるで星空に包まれてるみたい。
こんなにたくさんのホタルは初めて見たな。
日本にはいな
Yeah,
いの
this is the sort of thing that
子供の
if
頃
they had
に
an
よく見
extra
たけど
episode, they could have done it.
最近はかなり数
But
が
they-
'Cause
少
I
なくな
think
ってる
even like anime watchers or whatever, like, it doesn't have to be like
待ってる
go, go, go all the time, does it? They could have a really chilled episode like this, and I think people would still appreciate it.
蛇の目はホタルとそっくりに光るの。
蛇の目。
そう。
I did think
気づかないで手を出し
Rio
たら噛まれる。
being saved by her was
So
odd. Like, I don't know why,
Yeah.
unless they're going to spin that
ここまで来れば
differently.
森の出口はあ
It
と
was
少
very-
し。
そうか。
Different way to do it.
でもだいぶ暗くなってきたから
Shenhua's
Sure.
original
Sure.
voice in
Sure.
Japanese retired, didn't she? So they had to get somebody else to do it,
Mm,
who then
that's
voiced her in
right,
the
yeah.
anime in Japanese as well.
Is that a new voice in the anime, or is it the
It's the
Shenmue
same-
3
it's
voice?
the
Oh, it's the
Shenmue
Shenmue 3 voice, yeah.
in the anime. A lot of the cast are Shenmue 3 from the in the anime, aren't they? Which is quite cool. You get that continuity.
Yeah,
気をつけて
yeah, that worked well. I suppose it's like it's the Ren voice actor from Shenmue 2 as well. They couldn't get him back because obviously he's
Just-
vanished off the face of the earth, didn't
He was just like disappeared one day, didn't he? No one knows where he is.
he? Yep. Yep.
Which I find rather
Fang Mei's OG
strange.
voice is top rich. Fang Mei's OG voice is Pikachu voice actor, isn't it?
Mm.
So I don't think. I suppose they could have brought her back. Did they bring her back for the
足元に気をつけて
anime? I guess not.
I thought it was somebody different, but I might be making that shit
Yeah.
up.
I guess it's someone different. I wonder if she costs a lot these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she not like that famous for Shenmue 2 then at the time?
足元に気をつけて
Probably not, because Pokemon was probably in its infancy, wasn't it? Bullshit, wrong button.
大丈夫
She gets banked for paying one word, yeah.
Yeah. Pika!
Pikachu.
I feel like season 1 could have benefited from having 24 episodes. They could have had a bit slower pacing and fit in the wheeling section.
It'd been great.
Just budget in it.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing. If they got like a bankroll of money,
Yeah, it would
you
have
could have
been.
had 24 of that quality. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. But Frankie's saying 16. Yeah,
Yeah, but then they could have took the time more with Shenmue 1 and stuff as well, couldn't they? And
シェンファーは
うん 暗くなる動物たち。
そうか。
I think if you
Fleshed
played
out the characters more as well would have been pretty cool.
you had one more episode of Shenmue 1, probably 1 to 2 more of Shenmue 2, I think then you'd probably be spot on in terms of how it all would come together.
シェンファー。
岩陰気をつけてさ。
なあ。洞窟
I
の
think they made a very conscious decision to move it forward as fast as they could, make it as action-packed as they could so it hooked people.
気をつけて探して。
な
What they could have done, I mean, obviously they didn't believe in
あ。なあ。
what they had enough.
洞
岩陰に気を
Like
つ
it
け
was
て
a risk to go, in their eyes, I guess, to go slower because they could have done, you know, a 12 episode thing and not got all the way to the end, or well, 13 episodes. They could have stopped it well before then, right?
Yeah.
If they were confident as season 2, they didn't need to push it forward that fast. But maybe they
I think they're probably...
felt like they needed to.
Yeah, I think they were probably a little bit worried about, you know, what if we don't get a season 2 and it's like in the middle of Shenmue 2 or something. You need a natural
Yeah.
ending point.
What did they miss out from Shenmue 1 that you would have wanted to see? I was 99% happy with it, apart from missing those image stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was happy with everything. These could have just slowed it down a little bit, that's all. Because there were some bits that went by quite quickly. You know, they'd skip some chunks of stuff out. They skipped the Charlie stuff out, didn't they, early on? Finding the tattoo parlor, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of saw a glimpse of him in the tattoo parlour, but they didn't do it properly, did they? They sort of had him in there, which, again, is fine. Like,
And then there was a few, like Fukusan wasn't really anything in the anime. You could have fleshed Fukusan out a bit more.
Yeah. You could have done Asia Travel Company and Jimmy. That wasn't in it.
Yeah. I know Huber was like upset they didn't do like forklift race.
やっぱり
And there was quite a lot of
ここにあったのね
scenes.
ああ。
Did they do the
もっと集めてくるよ。
the bike chase with the old man?
No, so none of the homeless shows.
Chicken.
None of that stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't in it at all, was he? The homeless guy.
The tornado kick with Tom, for example, and sort of that
Yeah,
stuff
Tom
wasn't
stuff.
in. I'll actually be interested to see what Huber thinks of it. Well, because he'll do a review at some point, and we will do our own at some point as well once we've had a mini break and collected our thoughts somewhat. Because 13 weeks of streaming and podcasting, it's knackering. Hey, Joe Kitchen Man, how you doing?
Hey, Joe.
一旦戻るか。
Nice to have you with us again. Is it because a standard anime season contains 12 to 13 episodes? Anime is 13 episodes traditionally.
量も火に当た
The
っ
year
て
is split into 4 seasons of 13. Oh, okay.
ああ、そうだな。
Sorry, Sheep, who tweeted saying it's the best video game adaptation? They've
Huber,
seen?
maybe?
Huber, possibly.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah, like a week or so ago.
Yes, he did, didn't he? I remember the tweet now.
高い
Well, actually, it was the final episode day. He tweeted one too. Yeah, he said
Yeah, it was.
best video game
Because
adaptation.
he was like,
yeah,
now
definitely.
let's get Shenmue 4.
何か話して
Yeah.
And do some of these conversations. Because I
い
like
つも一
these.
人でこんな山道を。
The mysterious scroll I would have liked to have seen as well.
Yeah, they
そう理想っ
retcon
て人
that.
に会いに香港
Retcon
へ来たん
that.
だ。
Maybe a bit more in the basement as well. Like, obviously, it was like just a chest, wasn't it? At the bottom of the ladders. It would have been nice if Rio had gone around and
発掘付近の
investigated
ロシ
his father's stuff out.
だ。ロシの写真がある。
I suppose I would have liked to have seen a little bit before as well. Like, you know how we were hoping for like the tournament where he got his scar and we thought it was going to be like
Yeah.
a katana kind of thing it was going to come
本
from.
当にこの人がロ
I
シ
think we expected, or we kind of wanted a little bit more as well at the start. Would have been nice to see. I mean, what they did show was pretty cool with Yamaguchi-san and wow.
人の出
I
会い
like
は
the
天の知らせ
Yamaguchi-san stuff.
父が
That was really well done, the Yagamashi
Yeah.
stuff. I was really pleased how they put that together. Because he was almost like a link for Rio to his father when his father died.
Yeah, I was happy with Nozomi as well.
Nozomi was very well done, although I think they did run very well in Shenmue 2. And actually, I thought Xiuyin
Yeah.
was spot on. She was excellent.
Spot on.
Excellent.
How would you rank the characters if you could think? So you'd probably go. I probably would put Shuing at the top of the side characters.
Xiuyin number 1.
ヤギに餌をあげたり
学校には行ってる
Ooh,
の。
Ren
I'd
number
have-
2, and then Nozomi number
I
3.
そんな
still-
ことは
Or maybe Joy
I'd
number
have,
4.
I'd have Joy's was fleshed out quite nicely. I was going to say Wong I didn't really care for still. I don't really care for him in the games though, to be honest.
試験さえなければ
学校寮の友達
Shenmue was cool because we got the glimpses of her in Barley Village and some of the Shenmue 3 sort of aspects. But it would have obviously been nice to have seen her more, which is strange because when you were speaking to her, Natalie
日本
Real,
の女の人って
she said she
みん
had
な
like
こんなに綺麗なの
a lot of voice acting. Like, did she say like
Yeah.
10 hours worth or something? So
8 hours she was in.
俺のせいで
8
随分迷惑を
hours,
かけた
and there wasn't 8 hours worth of Shenmue content there, was there? I don't think.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they did about 10 versions of the prophecy, so.
助けた
True.
Oh, City have scored. There we go. Everyone's watching the football.
だけど怖い思いを
Spot
さ
on.
せてしまった
That's good for you, Frankie. Eh?
その人は今
And good for Renners, I think, if he's still in chat.
カナダ
遠い国だ
Hey, son, how's it going, man?
Hello, Tom. Nice to have you. Join us, man.
俺にはやることがあ
I
る
like the big dipper explanation and asking the accuser in the office.
The Blu-ray would be really interesting. Are they going to go sort of, you know, like for like for the TV or Adult Swim version, or are they going to go and actually have like a director's cut in inverted commas?
Do you think they would have like
その人は
deleted stuff though for the
強情なやつ自分の
broadcasting
人は
日本で
and they made more? I'm not sure about that.
その人
I
は
think Scribe was saying hopefully that that scene with the credits over the top
こういうか
hasn't got the credits
あいつの
Yeah,
中
that'd be
国憲法できればもう一度
きっと
like the one at the end of episode 6 and obviously the one at episode 13 has credits.
Yeah.
トムがいたな
トム
アメリカから来た面白いやつだ
その人も
This is the
学
sort
校
of stuff I wish they'd have done. But
Yeah, this
トム
stuff,
は街
mate.
で
This is
ホットドッグを売っていた
にホットドッグ
it's just
外国の
so good, isn't it?
踊りが好きで
Character
楽しそう
building and
わか
その人は
yeah,
今
Frankie, I got that impression from talking to them. There was a lot of stuff they've either cut or moved or didn't use.
そういえば五郎がいたな
yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's the same with the games though, because there's lines in the game
港で知り合った
code that were never
初
used.
めて会った
Wonder
立
if
ち上げて
just thinking about it, if they have done
悪い人の
いや
8 hours worth of Shenmue voicing,
どんな風に
態度がす
you
ぐ
don't
俺も
think
いつの間に
they've got more
五郎
Guilin
に
stuff,
は
do you?
港でに
ああ
Well,
深い量は
And they
いろ
cut
ん
it.
な経験をしてきたのね
I mean, it's possible, isn't it?
もう夜も遅いそろそろ寝た方が
ええ
She
Naomi
does
says, I
have-
think Nozomi in the animation has a different
She
personality.
does.
Yeah,
Nozomi's a
definitely
lot
does.
softer in the games. She's a lot more gentle. Whereas I
Yeah.
think in the anime, she's very typical anime female without sounding like
She's a
sexist
bit
or
more
anything.
more confident as well.
Yeah, a
isn't
bit
she?
more
She's-
bubbly.
明日は晴れるわ
Like in the game, she's quite standoffish
風が
and
変わったから
timid,
それだけで
isn't she?
わかるのか
この季節は西風が吹くと晴れるの
そうか
Second audio commentary track would be good as well. And behind the scenes storyboards or something. Like behind the scenes storyboards. Yeah, if they got some bonus. Did they still do bonus features on stuff?
I think they do. Yeah, I think they do.
Okay, cool.
I love this scene.
Hopefully there's some stuff like that then. Yeah,
This
this
is
is one of my
quality.
favourites, man. But the eagle flying past and everything, it's just
The anime has that. Yeah,
It's-
and you're
it's-
right. It's done
stuff
really,
like this
really well.
is stuff like this is Shenmue for me. This is like it's just beautiful, beautifully shots. The cinematography. You know, they kind of tried to do that in Shenmue 3. That that tight that
量
one you were on about
Yeah,
between like the end of Bailey Village before going to Niawu, just doesn't quite hit as well as like this does here.
No, but then I think
Son. Nice one, son.
it got green lit, the anime, when Shenmue 3 is being developed. So they may well have done, some bits and pieces with Shenmue 3 in mind for a season 2. That pre-work could have been
起こした
done.
か
うん
See, for me as well, that how the camera is panning around Rio, it's like the scale of
それもお
it
父さん
feels
が
like you're on a mountain. You know what I mean?
香
It's
港で習った
how it pans
リオも海に
around
近い
and
けど
it just
大
everything
地の気を
looks
吸い上げ
to scale, which I know is a strange thing to say, but I'm thinking of like on the Dreamcast
にも
to get this kind of
石にも
look at that
全てに
shot there
力
on
が宿っている
So, script-wise, as I understand it, because he was an executive producer, I do think he had quite an input into it, and a lot of the new stuff had his blessing. So, and I'm led to believe that they used a lot of the original game scripts. So, the Legend of Akira stuff, they've pulled on that, from what I've read and heard. So you're going way back. You're going sort of mid-90s for some of the stuff they've included in there, which is mental.
Yeah, there's some really cool artwork around Dobuita.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be out there. It'd be quality.
I don't know if you've seen, she's in the chat, Naomi's tweets. She went down the other day and she took loads of photos, pretty much photos of every piece of the artworks on her Twitter as well.
Well, Frank,
there's ones as well that's... Sorry, Matt.
Sorry,
you carry on.
Just replying to Frankie's comment that Ryo's main arc is written. That's categoric. I think what he had with Shenmue 1 and 2 is a team of writers who would fill in the gaps, do the shit, all that sort of stuff that wasn't in Shenmue 3. But I don't know how much he cares about it. Because I mean, when James sent his first copy of Shenmue World over, he asked who Eileen was. Didn't know who she was.
Yeah. There he goes, sheep.
There we are.
So I was going to say, yeah, one of those photos is artwork of Joy, and originally they had a helmet on her.
Yeah, that was really
and she takes her helmet off. She takes her helmet off when she first sees Ryo.
I think we'll get a lot of this stuff in Season 2. They'll just recommission it into Bailu Village. Like, you imagine Shenfa sat on her... Instead of being sat in the tree here, but sat on her swing singing as Ryo comes back from the village.
Yeah, I suppose they could do that sort of stuff. We haven't really heard the Shenhua music though, have we?
No. Still bitter about it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it, Vivi. I don't know about James. James, are you still bitter about it?
I'm not bitter. I'm happier than I was because I rewatched it and it... Knowing... sitting on the toilet, knowing what's going to happen in the episode, you can prepare yourself. I wasn't prepared for it, to be honest. But if you watch it a second time, knowing what you're getting yourself in for, it actually works quite well.
I think Sun's made a point there that a lot of new people coming to Shenmue who have watched the anime actually seem to think that the Bailu stuff was fine. I think we have a preconceived idea because we played the games and an attachment to it, which I get. I understand it. Hey, Abdul, you're in Morocco.
I mean,
hey, it's a long way to join us
nice.
from.
Nice, Morocco. Cool. Yeah, I mean, deep down, I'm still bitter, Frankie. It's just I try and give things the benefit of the doubt.
Cheers, Sliver. Take care, man.
See you in a bit, Sliver. Oh no, it was yeah, like I say, Naomi's put like loads of tweets from Dobuita Street. Loads of photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. So you're on holiday at the moment, are you, Abdullah? What's the weather like? Is it hot in Morocco?
Roasting over there.
I think it is, right? Yeah, I understand, and like I say, it does work. And in fact, I really like the very end, what they did with the mirror and stuff like that. Flashing a wow on the screen. That's my dream. Join the dojo stream on holiday from Japan.
One day I'll stream from Japan.
That'd be good, man.
Just turn up on Debuita Street live.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd be cool if, like, you know, we both happened to be there and we just walking down Debuita Street, streaming.
Get invited out there. All expenses paid trip, right?
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Amazing. I mean, it's completely unrealistic, but
Popping to see Switch. I'm sure Switch will be down. He showed me around the first time, to be honest. We went into Tsunami Burger. We went in a little souvenir shop and I picked up a tote bag and a little Dobita pen, little charm thing.
hey,
Paddy's
Paddy.
in now. Is the match finished? Has it, Paddy? Sit here in the final.
Yeah, it must be close to finishing. 9:45. I'll sit here in the final. I'm not surprised by that.
シェンファー
何
Everyone come to Japan someday. Yeah, we
you,
should all. If we could all be there at the same time, that'd be nice. Just a big crew of us walking around.
シェンファー
何
So I'm sort of hammering through this section because if we want the tree and
先を急ごう
everything.
うん
Abdullah says he's on holiday. The wife, family live there and went to see them back next Sunday. Oh, so you got a nice 2-week break.
Nice.
Enjoy yourself, Abdullah. Shen's son says he'd dress up as Tom and just start dancing at Twitter Street for a few hours. I dressed up as the plane going from Kai Tak Airport in Hong Kong. You dressed up as the plane? How did you do that? You just put your arms out like this.
Like being, yeah. See you, Silverman. Take care.
Oh, you were joking, Jane. Okay. I was going to say that's a weird cosplay, innit? An airplane. Beautiful song. Ooh, let me just have a quick ear. An airplane.
Do you want me to turn it up?
Song. Ooh, let me just have a quick ear. All the Wheeling music is amazing.
Yeah, Guilin stuff's amazing. You know, the music's brilliant.
Cosplayed in my life. I don't think I have, to be honest. Well, I've worn my Rio hoodie in Debuita. Is that classed as cosplay?
What about like going to a fancy dress party though, or something? Does that count?
I don't think I did once.
行き止まり
For
で
Halloween.
他の道
そうしよ
Did a Frankenstein thing. Heading to Comic Con this month. Wonder if there'll be any Shenmue stuff or cosplay. I mean, there will be if you do it, son. And you guarantee that there will be.
Legitimately, there was a guy before COVID who was going to do it as Rio. I can't remember his name. There was definitely going to be somebody doing it. I just can't remember the guy's name.
Not that
Did
light
Suzuki
wind
say
dragon
no
guy,
plans
right?
for Shenmue 4? No, he didn't. Frankie's beat me to the punch there. The quote is complete bullshit. It's misleading.
Do you want to talk about that again, Matt? Now we've got a few more people in the chat.
Video Game Chronicle ran an article saying, in quotations, that there are no concrete plans for Shenmue 4. Whereas what Yu Suzuki actually said was he'd like to make it if he had the opportunity. And sort of laughed it off a little bit as well.
It's a
So
bit like contrasting opinion in it.
Yeah,
You've got no
it's-
plans, or I'd like to make it.
yeah, it's a load of shit basically.
Yeah.
ハッカソン
And then, like I say, a few other news, I think people are just running away with the same news, which is a bit annoying. So that, I think Peter retweeted it earlier, didn't he?
Yeah, and I did
Pure,
as well.
pure, Square thing, what it's called.
Fucking
Push Square.
And Push Square normally are quite good with Shenmue news, so I found it a bit weird. Do you know what? I'm tempted, son, just to go off on one about it.
Well, we could just do it now, couldn't we? And then just snip this out.
Just snip it out.
Or I suppose you could snip it out of what you did originally.
I don't know, it's a bit ranty. I went off on one.
Oh well, is what it is, isn't it?
can have a look at it and snip it out. Yeah, well, I'll have a look at it when the stream's done. I can always just quickly snip it off. Or do it tomorrow. It was a bit ranty. I did swear.
It's the thing though, like even people like Abdullah have seen that
and
news.
Gone, what's going on? Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
And Abdullah's a Shenmue fan. And he's seen this shit and going, what's going on? Like, does my fucking head in? If I was that incompetent at my job, I'd be sacked.
日本の武術だ。俺は親父から習った。足は低きにつけ、鳥が
Recognised an image I used for Shenmue World.
Well, yeah, you're quite right, Frankie. It's clicks. It's clicks all day.
Oh,
What a shot.
it's just movement. Yeah.
ああ、
行きましょう。ハッカソンはまだ先よ。
わかっ
I
た。
haven't actually done any pages like this in issue 2. Quite cheap for like just filling some pages, but Guilin's so nice you can't argue, can
Nah,
you? Do you know what I mean?
Guilin's bloody ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Try
Well.
to remember the right way.
It's perfect.
Oh,
So-
that's a hell of a shot. Ah, bollocks. Wrong way.
Thicker than anything out of issue 2.
どうだった？
この先は行きだ。
それじゃあ、
ああ
Feels thicker for some reason. I'll have to- When I actually get them printed.
I'll have a look at the start of the stream later and see if it'll work. Because if it does, I'll cut it out and release it like tomorrow morning. So it'll take me 10 minutes to render that off. Especially as the stream fucking cut out because of the internet.
There's Son. If you're in the chat, Son. There's
Oh,
your
man, yeah.
Second comic.
Those comics are
Part 2
bloody
comic,
good.
you know.
Oh yeah, they
Bit
are
of
very good at their
titches.
job. What's the plan for us two now that the anime's over? I'm gonna fucking have my
Titch in the
weekend. Fucking have my weekends back for a bit.
Sneak peek of tips there, I just did.
But in all seriousness, what we probably end up doing, we've got a podcast episode we're gonna air.
Oh, I should have done this when Sliver was in. Some nice
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
on Sliver.
Sneak peek of way up. Well, yeah, never mind. Yeah, we are going to we'll release a podcast in the not too distant future, which we recorded back in January before this all sort of kicked off. James and I have got some ideas for another couple of podcasts as well, which we're going to run on. And sort of behind the scenes, we're going to start sort of recording HD footage of the games and get them on YouTube because there aren't any, not any good ones anyway.
どうしたんだ。
Yeah, are we going to redo the ones we've done, you know? Because did you actually hear that weird noise in the background?
Yeah, I did. I
Did
might
anyone
have
else
to
hear that?
redo
Yeah.
さっ
them.
きの崖崩れはこっち。そして
I think if we're putting them up there, like as a permanent sort of thing,
ここから先はいつも通っている道。もう大丈夫。
I might play Shenmue 1 again. Get through.
任せ
you
ろ。
know, Shenson, you sound a bit like Brett Tanner here. Wanted me to expose myself to you.
シェンファー、
何？
シェンファーは
うん、
Right, sorry the fuck on.
先を急ごう。
うん。
Sorry.
It summons him.
分かれ道か。
Are you working on some more comics, are you,
ちょ
Shenson?
っと遠回りに
Like
な
an
るけ
issue
ど、
3 one.
この
That'd be
先に
cool.
綺麗な花がいっぱいの場所がある。
Ooh, what would you do? So
Mm.
you've
行って
done
みる？りょう。
Bailu Village.
そう
Just
だな。
would you like try and do more Shenmue 3 stuff?
こっち、ついてきて。
Come back to extra time.
シェンファー、
何？
So does that mean Real Madrid have scored?
They must have done.
先を急ごう。
うん。
I don't know.
Real
even know
Madrid are
what's-
winning 2-1 now.
Oh bloody hell!
Yeah, they scored on the 90th minute and the 92nd minute, so
Fucking
That is-
hell!
見て、りょう。綺麗
Paddy,
で
you're
しょ
not one of these that leave like 5
So
minutes
nah.
before the match finishes and just think that's the result, are you?
前にここを通った時はまだつぼ
Beat
み
the
だったけ
traffic.
ど、今はもう満開。
そうか。
行きましょう。まだこの先も花がいっぱいよ。
Ah,
Sega, Dean, are anti-risk these days.
何
They ain't gonna do anything like that. I'd like to be wrong.
Yeah, but having said that, mate, what do you think? Do you think they're risking with this bloody whatever they're on about metaverse, crazy taxi, jet set radio, AAA stuff?
どうし
Well,
た
they
の
sounds a bit
they
of a
take
risk to
risks
me.
in stupid areas, don't they?
Yeah, that's true. Like that mobile app that costs like millions or whatever.
So Abdullah, all we need to be doing is tagging Crunchyroll and everything on the tweetathons and using the hashtag Shenmue Anime
この
2
木が見えると少しホッとする
and keep harassing them
ハッ
basically.
カソンへの道はここでちょうど半分
When you cancelled Abdullah, did you notice like that box that said why are you cancelling?
Times
さあ
it.
行きましょう
Because we could,
村はこっち
we did say something about that the other day. Not like encouraging people to cancel, but if you are cancelling, you might as well say why
Yeah.
in that box.
Because I'm gonna get Disney Plus for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and as soon as that finishes, I'm cancelling it.
何
Yep.
随分と
私は
そうだったな。
両
You
こ
can
そ
always come back. It's not like you're never going to come
焦
back
らな
again.
くて
Exactly.
この先もし疲れ
I think Peter used the analogy of the WWE network around WrestleMania time. If people are going to do that at WrestleMania and cancel it.
うん
また分かれ道か。
亮何してるの
How the hell has Man City blown a 2-goal lead in like
また道が分かれてるな。
Here you go. Is this the one
私についてくれば大丈夫
where she asks which way to go?
ああ、そうだったな。
Because we're shite.
Shame.
That's the most understatement.
Guardiola.
Isn't it?
先を急
with
ごう。
Champions League can't do it. Like outside of Barcelona, you can't do it.
泉か。
I just think him following fucking Stoke
水の色がこんな。
and then hearing a Man
この
City
泉
fan say
は
we're shy.
五色線っていう
Follow
の
up.
Oh, the colour change in spring.
Oxford United, we ain't much better, I can tell you.
泉の水が5つの色に変わるのだから五色線
I still think Liverpool will fucking stuff Real Madrid.
あもうすぐ色が変わる
Yeah, we got relegated out of the Football League, so I think I'd trump all of that shit.
We'll be back stronger. Stay up well next season.
こんなことが。
Almost did it this season, man. To be fair, just a lot of
今まで
results we should have
不思議に思
won.
ったことはなかった
そうなのか。
We just leaked too many goals. That's our... Oh, apparently Phil Foden just grazed the post.
急ぎましょう亮
ああ、
Oh, like a good match though.
Out of a game.
ここも土砂崩れか。別の道を探すしかないな。
ごめんなさい亮
え？
私についてくれば大丈夫なんて偉そうに言ったのに
God damn it.
気にするな。さっきの分かれ道まで戻ろう。
ええ
So you can already see like Rio getting a fondness for
He
Florentine.
eases up, doesn't he?
こっちへ進むしかないな。
そうね
よし、ここからまた俺が先に行こ
Pep the bottle man. Yeah, closely followed by Paris Saint-Germain. It's that way, isn't it?
Mm.
Hey, Joe. Other Joe on Twitch.
Pure logic.
あ待って亮
Yo
う。
yo
どうした
yo.
シェファー。
Shenmue 1 and 2 comics can now be done with relative ease.
そう
Yeah,
Oh.
they're now
Dude, you found it.
よく聞くの
え？お父さんの？
they're now into extra time.
Is this the kiss
ご
scene
めん
then?
なさい待たせちゃった
Oh no, because she's the one picking him. So there's another scene after this then. You've still got to go the right way, where he sees them. He sees these herbs now, doesn't he? Oh, it's Van Jolson.
Ah, man, how's it going? I should have seen the second L in your username, in fairness.
You can with the Lemons mod, Richard, like turn the UI off.
Yeah, you can do all that stuff, can't you?
Yeah.
I believe that. Fucking Man City blowing a 2-goal lead inside 2 minutes. But says Joel's eating bananas. Well, we'll see.
For announcement.
About
We'll see, yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think what I don't want people to do is rush it. Like if they rush an announcement for just for the sake of it and it's not right, it'll get shat on by the media. We know it will. I mean, they're running fucking fake articles, for Christ's sake, and misquoting shit. So they're not going to bloody run a fair article, are they?
No.
So
They're going to jump on any little thing, aren't they?
yeah. So I'd rather they took their time, nailed it, almost like as a fuck you, and then we deal with it from there.
Whoever composed this music, bloody genius, yeah. It is amazing. I think Ryuji Ichi did some of them. Richard probably knows who did the music.
Ah, shit, wrong
specifically.
way. Bollocks.
どうしたの？
この先には行けそうにない。
そう。
ああ。
You're getting close to the
Cliff
rock
bits,
scene.
yeah.
Rock. Yeah.
Trying to.
I always thought the bit from the cave onwards was like the quicker bit. Seems to take the most, doesn't it? It's like the day 2.
Yeah, it's quite a bit longer, isn't it? It's only 11 o'clock in the day, although you do get a time skip, don't you, once you've done the
yeah.
the rocky bit.
It's got to be. I know Ryuji Ichi did Forest 5 or something, did he? And you've got Samu Murata.
Ah, I killed him.
Did Random, I think.
That's what I get for trying to rush through this scene.
I don't know if that's like another bug or whatever in the DT3 remaster things, but I feel like if you're holding the direction as the QT pops up, it presses it. I've done that a few times with the area jump in Shenmue 1 or Shenmue 2, you know what I mean? Where if as you're holding the direction and the pop-up pops up, it auto presses what you're holding and just takes you to somewhere you didn't intend to. Do Brita people know that foreigners have a stronger Shenmue love than Japanese people? It's interesting to hear. So, like the shopkeepers. I suppose because obviously the reason why a lot of the foreigners will be there is because of Shenmue.
Yeah, makes some money as well, doesn't it?
落ち着いて飛べば大丈夫。
ああ。
龍も早く。
Right, we're nearly there now.
Yeah. So have you missed those scenes or not?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Sa, 行きましょう。
Right, I do.
Nice.
ハッカソン。龍、行きましょう。
ああ。このまま行けばいいんだな。
うん。
よし、行こう。
What does the other sign say here?
I don't know. Languish.
What was the other?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I think it is. It is. Just a little brain fart then when I saw the signpost.
I've gone the wrong way again. Yeah. Fucking twat. Penalty?
Andy says there's a penalty.
Who to? Oh, we're doing alright for time, actually.
Keep us updated, Paddy. Can't just shout penalty and then out to Real Madrid.
Oh dear.
これは
See how they've
なんだ
City have blown
こ
it.
れは石使用
turned it around a bit, haven't
石
they?
使用
分かれ道に置く中国の古い道しるべ
What time did you want to finish the stream, by the way, Matt? Just so.
About 10:30, which is why I'm thinking I
Half 10.
might need
先は
to
知っている道
do a bit of a
そうか。
skip.
You're getting there, but I know
も
what
う
you
遠
mean.
くない行きましょう私についてきて
あ
We're not too far away, are we? And you can bomb it around her house.
あシェンファー
何
Go straight to this stuff.
先を急
うん
You might be able to do it in half an hour, actually, thinking about it.
どうしたシェンファー
この分かれ道どっちだったかな
Oh, yeah, you're in
迷った
Holland
の
at
か。
the moment, aren't you, Paddy?
ううん大丈夫どっ
Working.
ちに行っても村には帰れるただ
ただ
どっちかの道が遠回りになるよく似た道だから見分けがつかなくて
よしじゃあ俺が決めよ
そうねそうして
What do we plan on doing for our well-earned break? That's a good question.
Well, I've got 3 weeks of uni work until my course is finished, so that for the first part, and then once that's up, well, I've got the magazine stuff to sort out as well,
I'm
so
gonna play some games. That's what I'm going to do.
shipping stuff. I want to play games, man.
I've got the first week of June off as
これは？
well.
タンポポの綿帽子
うそうかタンポポか
See, Paddy's loving this, by the way, Frankie. If you didn't know, he's a Liverpool fan.
小さい頃からここでよく綿帽子を飛ばして
Here we
遊ん
go.
だ
Dandelion
So,
scene,
yeah.
guys.
俺も
I
遊んだ
did it
覚
by
えがあるな
accident.
寮も
ああ子供の頃のことだ
Yeah,
Watashi
Elden
wa
Ring.
ina
Go,
de mo.
that's what I want to play,
Yeah.
son. Just need some time, mate. At least we're kind of, after this stream, we've got the podcast Friday. And
Yeah.
once that's done, I just need to get things sorted with the magazine and get all that shipped off. And then after that, I should be free then, as long as nothing's happened.
Yeah, they announced Shenmue 4, 5, 6, and 7. All in one go. With $100 million budget
綺麗
each.
でしょ
ああ
雪が空に向かって舞い上がってるみたいさあ行きましょう
God, I miss
Oh.
Monaco. Seeing people talk about that in there. That was
I'd definitely go
class.
again, mate.
Yeah, I would.
先を急ぐ
Well, I've
Wonder
actually
if you Suzuki would be in Switzerland.
I've booked the dates off for Monaco next year on the off chance.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Just in case.
just in case.
寮
Yeah, well,
村はこっち
あ
I mean, it depends if 110 Industries
Shenhua.
do anything. What event do you reckon it'll be at? Because does that mean Cedric's still involved? Will it be at a Magic? Do you think still, or
I don't know.
do you think it'll end up being like a Gamescom-y sort of thing again? Or
I reckon it might be a more mainstream thing, you know. I will do an unboxing of the complete edition when it turns up. Absolutely.
何の音だ
滝の水音みたい左の道から聞こえる
滝があるのか
ううんこの近くに滝なんてなかったはず
じゃあ
this is
あの
the.
音は
Do you want to go see the other
わ
thing?
からない
No.
見に行ってみる
No, we're going to fucking carry on because I've got a stream to get through.
いや回り道はやめよ
Not very often I say no, so to be
い
honest,
ずれ
so
も近いこっち
forgot what happens.
行こう
うあ
Would I shove the DLCs on the disc back at the PS Store?
シェンファー
I hadn't thought about it, but I will have a look.
先を急ごう、
That's a
Previous
good idea,
save
buddy.
data
You know what I
should
mean?
work.
I reckon if it's because of limited run, that was the whole point of doing it, wasn't it? I reckon it's all in the disc.
Yeah.
In fact, they may have even already confirmed that.
りょう、
ん
もうすぐ森を出る。
あ
ここまで来ればあと少し。行きましょう。
There we
りょ
go.
う、家はすぐそこ
Is
よ。
this a different scene then?
No,
Shenmue.
we're at a house now.
村の人。
そうなのか。
でも、
Okay.
この小さ
So you did miss the
りょうには命。その俺、
え
家で休んでいいでしょ。
あ
うん。
yes scene
さあ、
somewhere.
シェンファー、
ついてきて。あとちょっと。
そうか。
Because to be fair, I mean, I do like the Shenmue tree scene. Oh, really? I didn't know that with Fallout 3.
That's weird. Yeah.
I did not know that at all.
Yeah, the sky colour's perfect. Just created such magic, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you think there's an in-game time going on, and this is kind of like dusk, you know, you look at 5:15, but they've timed that so that you arrive here at that time
こ
as
こよ。
well, just so they can have the context of that's why the sky's that colour as well. Like every little minute detail, man.
この木は
The anime bend all this magic off.
シェンムーという木よ。
I also thought
Shenmue.
actually the anime Shenfar's house was the Shenmue 3
毎年この
house.
季節になると。
Yeah, with the extra
綺麗
room.
な花を咲かせる。
The tree wasn't as impactful either, was
私
it?
にとって
Like,
は
They
like
didn't
so
make
much so after I didn't know if they actually said the word Shen. Well, even you,
They-
Frankie, you didn't think they said the word Shenmue.
They did. No, this
I'm
scene
talking
was
about the
different,
tree.
wasn't it?
But they
Because they
did.
didn't. They
Yeah, they
didn't.
did.
This scene, they didn't show all the stuff around it. Because this is
Like this, we didn't get this one,
we did, but it wasn't quite
and
the
this
same.
is. Oh yeah, with the name and the baby. Yeah, you just saw it from this angle. That was it.
今
But
年もまたシェン
you
ムー
don't
の
get
木いっ
the
ぱいに
whatever
花が
is
咲
going
い
on
た
with this ancient city. This is like Lu Yuang, whatever in it.
Terry, no, it depends what your graphics card is, but if it's
そうだ
you can check the specs on PC for Shenmue 1 and 2. And I mean, my crappy old laptop used to play it with integrated graphics, and it was okay.
シェンムーの木が
Yeah, what's that sheet? Didn't limited run or someone the limited run just fuck it with a game in which it needed to connect to the net to play it? They issued a statement saying people could send them back disc. I don't know, mate. What was that? Was that for a different game?
シェンム
In
ー
the
の
past.
木に咲く花がシェンファ。
え
そう、私の名前。
So what you're saying it means they'll definitely be on the disc. I'm pretty sure they've already said it's on the disc. Actually, thinking about it, sounds familiar. Because Josh just wants everything to be complete, doesn't he?
It's whether I want to open it up or not, the disc bit.
I am, just because if you're going to open it anyway for like getting the other items out, it's
Yeah.
already opened, isn't it?
I mean, it's not even. I haven't even installed it on my PS3 in fairness, so it would be a complete.
It might even
clean
be like a
install.
little booklet inside as well. Sometimes the limited run like to do a little booklet in the game case.
俺の家にも春に花を咲かせ
The
る木が
camera is perfection all the
ジョーの
time.
家にも、
Yeah, the camera
I
is
think they
excellent.
really went back. They went back to the
It's
drawing board
almost
about 50
like
times
a
probably until they got the perfect shot.
桜。
Like look at the blossoms there up close.
ジョーもその木に思い出が。
It's just insane for the Dreamcast, isn't it? This always blew me away, to be honest. The whole Guilin thing that it was on a disc, it was on a Dreamcast. Because graphically, to me, I know this is a remaster and it does look a little bit more upscaled or whatever, but it just looks so good. I always liked the look of the Guilin Mountains in Shenmue 2, more so than the ones in Shenmue 3. I just feel like it looks like Guilin more. from Google Images.
We got this scene in the anime, didn't we? Like a sort of still of this, her sat on the swing.
Yeah.
I think she was dressed
Yeah.
fairly similarly to here, actually.
Yeah, I think she was, man. Like that. That looks familiar. Yeah, I think for Shenmue 3, they probably just used some, like, free assets for the mountains, didn't they? That looked as close as they could find to, like, green-topped mountains. But
It was
these, they've
ridiculous
actually
how they
modelled these mountains.
got this out of a fucking Dreamcast. You could hear your Dreamcast in the back of your head, like, about to explode, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did go wrong way to the cave.
シェンムーの花が咲く頃になると毎年
We never got an angle of, like, if the poster of the Liu Wang was up on
ここは村の外れなの
in the anime, right?
No, we didn't.
So we don't know if that's been retconned again.
Right, I'm gonna quit this.
But like you say, if they
conversation.
modelled it after Shenmue 3, there's a chance, I suppose.
Right, let's have a fucking look around quickly. I'll do that conversation. I'll do the other tapestry conversation, and then I'll skip it.
Yep.
これは
Yeah.
刺繍なのか。
その織物父が昔から持ってるの
この場所は。
落葉よ
In fact, that picture, do you reckon they've even tried to match that picture up with that cutscene just so you get the connection or not?
夕日の輝き
I
が
don't know.
とても綺麗に
Does
街
that
を染
temple in
め
the
る
picture resemble the one that was behind the flashback?
うん
A little bit.
だけど
Does a bit, doesn't it?
懐かしい感じがする
I
の
always thought it probably would have been,
懐かしい。
because it is talked about. Because Liang's a real place, isn't it?
落葉の景色や
Because Ezra's been there.
行き交う人々の息遣いが
I'd love to go, to be honest.
I'd
落
go.
葉か。
Oh, the stream's chugging a tiny bit. There we go. It's a bit better. I'll do this one if it will let me.
Yeah, to be honest, son, I'm not bothered about the retconning of stuff. Like you say.
There we are.
In the anime, I'll let them do whatever they want in the different kind of, as long as it's within reason, of course. But
ケイリンのどこかよ
in the games, I just feel like the games should try and keep consistency if they can. So it was strange having that extra room in Shenmue 3 and, you know, getting rid of some of these
帰ってきた人は
objects
いない
and pictures and
古
stuff.
くから伝わってる
And obviously the sword's the biggest one.
わからないでも
They should have kept the
今じゃ
consistency
誰
there,
もその
but
山に入らないわ
anime-wise, I'm not too bothered.
Excellent. Right. That's those two done.
シェンファー。
りょうどうしたの
あ
Those are your two big ones, I suppose, aren't they? And the, well, the constellation
いっ
book,
ぱいごち
kind
そう
of,
するから楽しみに待ってて
because all the star talk. I'll go with you, Paddy, if you pay.
Right. Let's just do this bit. We're nearly there, actually. I'm quite impressed.
I want to do like what Ezra did and just like nick someone's boat and
Just nick a boat and go.
yeah.
これは。
I bet those mountains were the ones in the Kickstarter update where Rio was jumping down the mountains with it crumbling behind him.
Good
どうし
theory.
たの
Still say the series will never be bettered for me.
This scene was pretty much spot on to the game from the anime, wasn't it? Just slightly different
Yeah.
in the way they find it.
同じ
Yeah,
だ。
Paddy, let's do it, man.
この図面は。
Just fill the whole
古く
magazine
か
up
ら
with
この家に
photos.
伝わってるって父から聞いたわでもそれ以上のことは何も話してくれなくてりょうこの鏡
It's
は
the kind of thing
一
you
体
could do a book on there, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
real life Shenmue, just as like a massive picture
りょ
book.
うのお父さんに
Have the mirror plans
Sounds
ever been
really
translated?
Pretty
この
cool.
石はハッカソンでしか取れない塔が玉石
See, I was saying this to Switch because I was saying like, is the picture of the mirror plans there in the anime? Have they actually done or is it still low res pixely? Do you know what I mean? And it does seem to
お
be
父さんは今どこに
石切り場にいるわ。そこで塔が
like
領
not
石を
clear still
どこにあるんだ
in the anime.
ここから一つ山を
So
越
it's
えた
just
ところにあるの。
too hard to
何かを
translate.
完成させると言ってもう何日も石切り場にこもりきりな
I
の。
wonder if that's deliberate.
俺をそこへ案内してくれ
明日の朝食事を
Yeah,
届けに行
I
くから
mean, it wouldn't put me
その時
past like AM2 to like
Wagata.
actually write something on the plans that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Just literally the whole of the story's on those plans, but we can't read it. Right.
I know the red kanji things at the top because I was speaking to Chow about it at one point because I've got a Shenmue t-shirt that's got those symbols that are on the top right of the plans. You know, those red
Yeah.
kanji
今
things
お弁当
in
の
the
準
little
備をしてい
box.
るの。もう
I've
少し
got
待
they're
っ
on
て
the
て。
sleeve of the Shenmue shirt I've got, and Chow, because they're like very old, how the style of like the writing is like old style,
こっちよ。
so it was difficult for him to translate them. But he noticed like
何
Zu and R was like one of on those
洞窟
kanji
をたど
things.
るとそ
I
の
think.
先に
その先に
ええどんな場所塔が緑
塔が緑
そう亮
なんだ
その
あ
父の部屋に
ああ
その竜の鏡
あ蘭亭という男に奪われた
I'll
殺
have
す
to get back and check that before. Don't take that as gospel.
裏
That's
に
just
伝
something
わっ
that's
てもその鏡に秘
feel
め
like I
られた
remember him
力を
saying to me.
Shenfa says this stuff
時の
in
権力
her
者たちの
house.
鏡を奪い合いあるものは命
So
まで
rather
落と
than
し
on the
た
wall, she says it's
Yes,
in her
about
house.
the
About
the power of
Yeah.
yours and everyone. Yeah, some even lost their lives because of it. Yeah.
何か
とにかくシェンフ
So that wasn't new information then, really, was
あ
it?
と
No, it
ど
was
れ
just
この
where
岩
they
場
did it was
岩場の頂
岩と
different.
石
That's
草花が
fine.
そうか
Does make you wonder, like, what they mean by all that stuff, though. Like, do you think it is the Chiyu monster thing they're alluding to again? Sheep, yeah. That's all it takes, isn't it? Monster, what did I say? I said monster. What would you say? It has an O in it, not a U.
Here we go.
Chiyu monster.
シェンファ
It's
ー
definitely
石
monster,
切りは
Frankie.
とにかく
ああ
It's not monster. Monster?
Munster, that was a
Munster.
TV show, The Munsters.
You say Munster Munch, don't you? You don't say Monster Munch, right?
Monster Munch.
Munchster Munch. Munch. Munster Munch. The Cookie Monster. No.
Get out of the fucking way, Shenfa. This was the same as the game, as in the anime, wasn't it? This scene pretty much shot for shot.
これ
Seeing
か
the
Yeah,
door
yeah.
ajar.
扉が開いているいつもは鍵がかかっているのに
Death Note?
この
No.
向こうには
I don't
何
think
が
I've ever heard of it.
わからない
Oh, really? I've
父
seen
は
Death Note.
一度も中に入れてくれな
Netflix
か
did
っ
a live adaptation of it as well,
Probably should.
which
たもしかすると
I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I know a lot of people hated it, but I quite liked it. The live version. I like the way Jim says book.
Buke. Very northern.
I just pronounce stuff the right way, guys. I don't know what you're about. It's like
Bush
people that
Square
say
Craig are
book.
talking out their ass. Just to make that point.
Yeah.
They've misquoted
read
that
out, don't-
completely.
No, he hasn't said that, mate, at all.
No,
Suzuki
he hasn't. All he said was that he'd like to do it if given the chance. We don't know whether that's going to happen or not. It's a load
And
of
he
shit.
said it while smiling.
And he said it while smiling and laughing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a load of shit.
Spook only rhymes with spook in the north.
これは
Well, it rhymes with loads of stuff, Paddy, if you say it like that. Kook,
基
Luke.
政権の模様と同じ亮
そうか
I mean,
Yeah,
Craig,
fake news one.
it's fake news. It's not even a quote, right? He did not say that in any way, shape, or form. What he did say is he'd like to make it if given the opportunity. So it may be in development, it may not be in development, but it doesn't mean there are no plans for it. And that's what's really got my back up. That it's being
That was the
passed off
sword.
as fact. It's a load of shit. What it is.
There's stuff as well, man. This is what I love.
Yeah.
Shot 4 using a Jedi power. Just made the 4th after all. Combination.
Right.
なんだあれは。
Get this game finished. In pretty rapid time, actually.
Yeah, to be fair, it wasn't even Push Square that originated
No, it
the
wasn't,
story, was it? They
wasn't
just
Push
copied.
Square. Yeah, they just copied it out. But then Video Games Chronicle pushed it and didn't do their research. Just translate it
It's a joke,
properly. It's a... Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. I have no problem... If he said that, I have no problem with it. But he's never going to say that because the fans will go, oh shit. But what's getting me is people, fans are seeing it and go, oh, they're questioning it now. And it's like, no.
It's so daft, mate, because we only just finished an anime series. Where would you get that idea from?
Yeah. I am going to.
Anyway.
I'll review the stream footage before I go to bed quickly and see if I can tidy it. If it's
20
if it's
minute
good
things.
enough, I'll
I felt like
Yeah.
it sounded okay as you're doing it. I'm not sure. Shenmue will issue 2 any updates on shipping. I mean, I haven't sent them off to get printed yet, so it's not going to be for a little bit. We're still a few weeks away from that, Abdullah. Now the anime is finished, I can like focus on that stuff. Get that done.
Oh, we've been
Had a
raided
little
by
raid.
Skins Elliot.
Skins Elliot.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
very
raid,
much.
man. How's it going? We're just finishing
Much
the end of
appreciated.
Shenmue 2.
Good evening to yourself, man.
How's it
Thank you for
going,
that.
bud? Good to see you.
What's that? The end of Shenmue 2, or
Oh, bloody hell, you
Playing-
sure you want to be watching it? If you haven't got to the end of this.
yeah, massive spoilers.
This is literally it.
これは
Have you played Shenmue 1 at all?
Hey, Hannah, from the raid as well. Yeah, they won't issue retractions or anything, I guarantee you.
Yeah, they don't care because they've had the clicks now, haven't they? So
鏡と同じだ。
Well, I've just spoiled the end of 2 for you.
oh well. You've got the anime to watch as well.
Yeah, true.
Pretty much all we want need Shenmue 4. The anime was class and I'd accept the story to finish in the anime, but nothing quite like finishing it as a game. I
Yeah.
agree with that, Craig.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Like, if they have to do it as an anime, fine. I'm given on what we've had.
I mean, in an ideal situation, you'd want your 4, 5, or whatever to round off the series, whatever he wants to do, and then continue with the anime or whatever is natural.
Elliot, you'll like the anime, man. It's good, really, really good. I'd highly recommend watching it, especially as you haven't played Shenmue 2 all the way through. I'd be interested to see what you thought of it, and then play Shenmue 2 like all the way through. Be very,
Yeah,
very
definitely.
interested.
And you could binge it now because it's all released, all 13
Yeah,
have
it's
done.
all there on Crunchyroll right now, or if you can get it through illegitimate means, you can get the English somewhere.
No, he says skins, please, Ali, it's the family name.
Ah, right, okay. Fair play.
Touched a nerve.
That's alright.
Oh, not love the scene, can you?
Great scene. I remember back in the day seeing this. I was like, oh shit.
The one who holds the phoenix.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had the dubs on the DC back in the day. Highly recommend playing it through now, though.
No, it's so easy to as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember that before, Matt. It's just floating with the cave in the background. Is it normally
I
a black
think-
screen?
Well, it's probably because it's letterboxed, isn't it? So you wouldn't see it.
And there we go.
So all the bits that the anime missed, we did.
There's that photo of Landy on the ladder. Just a different angle.
I'll leave that there. Right, let's shut the game
So
off.
you actually smashed the end of that out, mate. Like you said, half past, and we were worrying. And I said, I reckon you could do it. You've done it before that.
I've done it at 3 minutes.
You'll be on bloody
I'll be
Summer Games done quick soon.
speed running.
Yeah, man.
Replay Shenmue 2 to locate all the characters from the anime. We'd be
it's
there
a good
a long
idea.
time. Good idea.
That's a good idea, though. I'd like to see it.
I'd like to see it.
It's like I say,
actually.
those thugs, those yellowhead thugs. You don't really. Oh, I didn't really pay too much attention to them. And then the anime's kind of like made them out to be actual side characters in a sense.
They've sort of filled them out a bit more, and obviously Joe's been putting together those scenes in Blender for us, which were bloody brilliant. Skins, go honestly watch the anime and then play the rest of Shenmue 2, and I'd be interested to see how. Yeah, on the bike is it's the greatest. Yeah, easy.
PC's just died. So I can't see the chat anymore. PC's just gone.
Oh no, shit.
Restarted itself, I think. Oh no.
Yeah,
Got
honestly, the anime is excellent. I'd recommend it to anybody. Absolutely. Do you know what? I've been fighting OBS as well. It's on the blink. It like just died on me earlier, which is a complete pain in the ass.
Messed up your Discord and internet though, was it? OBS.
Wow. Do you know, OBS, when I close it, it goes into suspend. It completely fucks. So then I have to flip in just like task manager it to force it to close. It's really annoying.
Oh, thank you, Naomi. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for dropping in, everyone. So, at 1 minute to 10:30, I'm quite impressed I managed to finish it.
You done well there.
I did
It
really.
was like it's planned, mate.
Yeah. Really, really well planned. Had we not had the complete meltdown earlier, I'd have finished it about 10 minutes earlier. But, you know, we'll ignore that. Don't worry, Skins. I can't type anymore. Disc 4 in 105 minutes. That's got to be pretty good.
What happened with the Man City match in the end? Did that just end, or?
Real Madrid are 3-1 up. There's 5 minutes to play. So we'll leave that there. Right, I'm going to close the stream down tonight for everybody. Again, for anybody who has been following the news today, I'm just going to repeat it, that the whole no concrete plans for Shenmue 4 quote from Video Games Chronicle is a misquotation. It doesn't exist. The quotation was never there in the translation from the IGN Shenmue anime stream. Yu Suzuki himself said that he would like to make Shenmue 4 or a spin-off if given the opportunity. So get that word around everybody as much as you can, because it's doing the rounds. It's wrong. It's complete misinformation. Yep. So let's just nip that one in the bud as quickly as we can.
It's not even a mistranslation. It's just completely made up.
Completely made up. So
it just doesn't make sense.
There we go. Don't forget, 4th of every month, James and I will be streaming as we always do. So It's more likely than Half-Life 3. Yes, it probably is, quite frankly. 4th of every month, James and I will be streaming for Shenmue Day. Hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4. Hashtag Shenmue Anime 2.
Oh, Anime 2, yeah.
Yeah, to get the second season of the anime as well. we'll keep going until we get our Shenmue 4 one way or the other. Keep your eyes on social media for our content. Podcast is out on Thursday/Friday, so keep an eye out for that. It's the review of the last episode of the anime before James and I will be taking ourselves a well-earned break. We will be doing a round
last
table.
song of the season as well, guys. Well, last song, hopefully the last song I have to do on the show.
We will be doing a round table discussion of the anime at some point as well. We'll work out sort of timings, etc. Everybody we want to get on the show. But otherwise, keep your eye out for the content. Thanks everybody for following us, subscribing to us, and just consuming the content. It means the world for us. It makes the hard work worth it.
And you've still got a few more hours of May the 4th as well, if you want to get some more tweets.
So get some more tweets out there. There'll be some more coming from us very, very soon. And if needs be, I will see if I can cut this video up very quickly and get a new section out to get the word out there. Thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks Skins for the raid. Take care, and we'll play out with some Wish, and I might let it run all the way this time if I can be bothered.
Okay. Good stuff, guys. Thank you all for coming again.
Have a good one. Take care, and goodbye.
See you on Friday.